Here are the top 7 reasons why Palo Alto Networks could skyrocket to $250. In this video, I'll touch on 3 things. Number 1, the latest news. Number 2, the latest ratings in Tykr. Number 3, I'll let you know what I plan on doing with this stock. And just so you know, if you want to see the latest ratings on this stock and more, you can join Tykr for free. All right, let's get to the latest news. Top of the list is a collaboration with Siemens. Looks like they are partnering up to work on an AI optimized cybersecurity solution related to 5G. So that could be a massive project. The next item on the list relates to the Mobile World Congress event. They announced a collaboration with Nokia. This relates to AI and data centers. And then another highlight here is analysts on Wall Street are predicting the share price will go to $226. Before we get to Tykr, I have to touch on 2 things related to legal issues or allegations. Number 1 is a recent labor litigation. This relates to unpaid overtime, misclassification of employees, and wage and hour violations. With this is going to be a little slap on the wrist. Share price is pulled back a bit, but it's not going to last forever. And how do we know that? Well, you look at other legal issues in history, especially you probably remember a few years back when Zuckerberg was in court with Meta. Well, share price took a hit, but as soon as the stock has a really good earnings report that EPS is taking off and they're beating their earnings estimate, in many cases, not all cases, but many, that share price can take off. So what we're seeing here is that pullback, but if Palo Alto Networks has a huge earnings report, it's like the market can have amnesia, totally forget what just happened with the legal issues, and the share price takes off. This happens all the time. So if you're an investor in Palo Alto Networks, don't freak out. The next legal issue is more of an allegation, and this is around executives overstating the success of their platform. Because it's so subjective, a judge granted the company's motion to dismiss the case with prejudice. And we're seeing these situations now where shareholders are trying to take executives and companies to court because they didn't like what was said in those earnings reports. And in many cases, they don't go very far in court. It's kind of ridiculous. What it's doing is it's causing the share price to pull back. But again, it's a very temporary situation. In fact, I almost wonder if some of these people are kind of gamifying this, trying to take these companies to court, drive the share price down, and then without telling anybody, going to buy more. I bet some of that is happening. I would not be surprised. Do keep in mind, though, when these pullbacks happen, what typically happens with large financial institutions, they're going to sell off a little. And then what happens is that creates fear with retail investors like you and I, and then we sell off even more, driving that share price down even further. So a good example of this, we'll use some nice round numbers. Let's say the share price is at $100 and you have a sell-off with large financial institutions that'll drive it down to 90. Well, because of that, retail investors can freak out and say, oh my gosh, I don't want it to go to 0, so I'm going to sell out as well. And that's going to take it from 90 to 80 to 70. And that's exactly what institutions want, because it's driving that share price down even further. And they're waiting until it kind of stabilizes. And then guess what? They're piling into the stock to get a great deal. So you and I, well, if we really like a stock and they have good ratings in Tykr, we should be doing the same thing. That strategy is called stockpiling. If you use Tykr, you're probably very familiar. All right, that's the latest news. Let's go ahead and move over to Tykr and look at the 7 reasons why the share price could take off to 250. So we're going to use a feature in Tykr called the 7. There's an easy button here. Spoiler alert, you probably know where we're going here, but you can click on that and you can see the score of 7 out of 7. And get this, out of the 55,000 stocks, give or take, that we have in the tool, only about 30 of them have a score of 7 out of 7. It's very rigorous. And of course, if you are curious, I always say this, if you're new to Tykr, our calculations are open source for personal use. We don't have any secret sauce here. We're not trying to hide anything from you. We want to be transparent. So you can go to Tykr.com, go to education, and then down to calculations. If you're curious, you can take a look, and we're not going to stop you if you want to create your own version in Excel. All right, let's go back to Tykr. Let's work through the 7. The first thing on the list is that summary. You can see the stock is either on sale, watch, or overpriced, and only about 15% of stocks make it to on sale. That's exactly what the stock is at today. Next up, we have the score. The higher the score, the safer the investment. The goal is to get over 50. We're at an 83 here, and we're looking at lines on the financial statements, including revenue, net income, EPS, free cash, assets, equity, and a few others. But this is really looking good. Again, getting over 50 is what we want. This is at 83. To get to on sale, you need a 50 or higher here. And then on the margin of safety, you need a 50% or higher. In that case, we're on step 3. We can see here we're at 80%. So we're beating both. If one of these were above 50 and the other below, would be watch. And if both are below, this stock would be overpriced. And that's where most stocks in the market fall. That's where a lot of investors will jump on YouTube, Reddit, X, other social media platforms, and they're going to follow influencers without fact checking something. And they're going to pile into the stock, not knowing it could be a very weak stock. We see that a lot. Of course, we're using Tykr to cut through the clutter, use logic, get to the bottom of it to understand, hey, is this a strong stock or not? Anyway, I'll keep going here. In the middle, we have a tool called the 4M Confidence Booster. What this does is it uses OpenAI to look at the 4Ms. The math part we just covered, but we also look at the meaning. That's the business model. How does it make money and how many revenue streams does a business have? We also look at the moat. How does the business compare to other businesses in the same sector and industry? And then there's the management, which is a track record of the CEO. I'm not going to go through this right now. It takes like a minute or two. You can do this on your own. But we're going for a score, as you can see here, of 80 or higher. You should have high confidence in the stock. So I'm going to close this, and we can see here we're averaging 87. So that is step 4. Getting above 80 is actually very hard to do. Next up, scroll down. I set my charts to the 5-year returns, and the reason is we like stocks that consistently beat the S&P 500. The number to remember is 80%. 80% is typically what the S&P 500 returns over 5 years, give or take. And you can see here we're at 172, so we are beating the market by quite a bit. Now, we do know that past performance does not guarantee future results, but again, this is why we don't look at 1 year, we look at 5 years. All right, let's keep going. Next up, we have the financials tab. We already know the financials are outstanding. Look at this. This is what we're looking for. This is perfect. Look at that revenue increase. Outstanding. The number one most important line on the financial statements would be EPS, essentially the profits of the company. And we can see here that we had a big spike, kind of declined, and then it's starting to take off a little bit. And that is the big reason why that margin of safety is at 80%. In fact, we go back 16 quarters, and if you go back here, you can see this company wasn't even profitable. So it flipped to profitable, which is a big inflection point of a stock. And from here, starting to see some positive signs. So that's great. The last step in the process here would be the earnings calendar. And we can see here they have beaten their earnings estimate 3 quarters in a row. Something to keep in mind here, as I mentioned earlier, we have these legal issues. Again, when you have an EPS that's increasing and they beat their earnings estimate at the same time, in most cases, not all, but most, the share price can take off. And then you flip that equation. Let's say you have an EPS that's decreasing and they miss their earnings report. In most cases, not all cases, but most, that share price will go down. That is how you know why stocks go up and down at those earnings reports. And a lot of people are like, is there some kind of voodoo going on, something going on behind the scenes? No, it's actually very simple. EPS profits are a key driver. And I know that because past experience working for a lot of large companies, when you're in those boardrooms, what are they talking about? Well, the number one thing, profits. Revenue is important. Profits are more important. All right, so we already know what the score is. We'll go to the 7. You can see here, this stock is a 7 out of 7. Again, out of the 55,000 stocks in Tykr, only about 30 make it to a 7 out of 7. It's very, very hard to do. So those are the 7 reasons why the share price, I have high conviction this is going to take off to $250. Now the question is, what am I doing with this stock? Well, this is actually one of my favorite stocks in Tykr. I have a really strong portfolio as we speak. I may at some point consider selling one of my stocks and moving into this. I try to keep a nice focused portfolio of about 10 stocks. But yeah, if I'm looking to trim one of the stocks from my portfolio, Palo Alto Networks is next up to bat. They're the top of my list on my watch list. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you stayed to the end, thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Referrals from friends are one of the best ways to build a business. If you want to see the ratings on this stock and more, you can join Tykr for free. And of course, don't buy and sell stocks based solely on what you hear. Only buy and sell stocks that align with your own personal financial goals. Thanks for checking out this video. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.